If you listen to the current industry panic, artificial intelligence is on the verge of entirely replacing software developers and wiping out traditional IT professionals. But we have heard this exact doomsday prediction every single decade for the last 50 years. And every single time, the prediction has been wrong. This 50-year dataset tracks the historical reality of our industry. It shows that whenever a major technological disruption arrived, it didn't destroy the field. It served as a catalyst for rapid growth in IT services. This is a concept called the expansion paradox. Counterintuitively, making computing easier to do doesn't shrink the total IT workforce. Instead, lowering the barrier creates a higher corporate demand for software. To understand exactly why AI is not going to kill IT jobs today, we have to look back at the historical mechanisms of how making software easier forces these massive market expansions. Look at this photograph of an early IBM facility. In the 1960s and 70s, computing was defined by massive physical friction. People predicted that once these giant mainframes were automated, solitary technicians would be enough, and human programmers would be eliminated. This historical market breakdown reveals the actual outcome. Removing that early friction turned software engineering into a formalized, global industry, reaching an $11 billion market by 1970. By the 1980s, a new fear emerged. People believed personal computers would kill corporate IT departments because employees now had their own decentralized individual machines sitting right on their desks. Giving everyone a computer created a massive new problem. They needed to talk to each other. Corporate spending surged because businesses suddenly required experts to architect and maintain the enterprise networks connecting those individual PCs. As detailed in this market summary, that enterprise networking boom caused global IT services to jump to $59 billion. Removing the friction of accessing hardware didn't reduce the amount of IT work. It shifted the workforce's primary task from keeping a single machine running to building complex networks. The next decade brought a new panic. In the 1990s, the concern was that globalization and offshore outsourcing would permanently destroy local IT jobs by driving labor costs down. But lower costs allowed companies that could never afford custom software to finally enter the market. This mass adoption required physical infrastructure, resulting in sprawling corporate tech hubs around the world to support the new scale. Then came the 2000s, and with it the claim that no-code tools and software-as-a-service cloud platforms would allow businesses to bypass human developers entirely. This chart tracks the aftermath. Cloud platforms made applications instantly deployable, which triggered a global digital transformation. The IT services market grew to $480 billion. Lowering financial and coding barriers allowed businesses to digitize thousands of previously manual processes. Managing that resulting cloud complexity required an even larger workforce. This is a visualization of induced demand. In technology, whenever the barrier to entry drops, businesses immediately act on years of latent software demand that was previously too expensive to pursue. When basic development tasks become cheaper or automated, businesses do not pocket the savings. They immediately reinvest those resources into building exponentially more complex digital systems. All of those expanded systems have a human consequence. They require specialized professionals to integrate them, to secure them, and keep them running. Automation does not shrink the digital market. It forces the IT industry to continuously move up the value chain to handle the scale of what automation just built. We saw this recently in the 2010s when automation and DevOps were expected to decimate engineering teams. Instead, faster software growth drove the global IT market to nearly $1 trillion. This current market data contradicts the doomsday narrative. Instead of destroying the industry, global IT services are expanding, projected to hit $1.65 trillion by 2025. AI is a productivity accelerator. Look at this metric. 85% of developers are already using AI tools daily. The empirical data proves it. Artificial intelligence is acting as the next great market expander, following the exact historical laws of induced demand. This table summarizes the truth proven by 50 years of data. Technology doesn't kill IT services, it alters the required skill stack. The definition of an IT professional has constantly evolved. From punch card operators to network engineers to cloud architects, the workforce adapts to match the new baseline of whatever technology is available. The modern challenge is not to fight the automation of basic coding. The challenge is to master the new AI tools required to manage a larger and more technical landscape. The corporate appetite for software is infinite. Those who adapt their skills to leverage artificial intelligence won't be replaced. They will be the ones managing the most complex and valuable digital systems ever built.